What's going on, everyone? We'll be checking out another Dangerous video for today. This one is about the Godzilla comic that's coming. That is super terrifying. I mean, super. Alright, so I had a chance image and said, alright, yeah, full film, yeah. Godzilla's going on hold, so yeah, that's that. He also released a video a week ago. As you can see, title Space Godzilla's upon an Eagle. I will get to that probably today or tomorrow. Now I work tomorrow. I work Friday, off Saturday. I work Sunday, Monday. So most likely will be Saturday. But let's go ahead and get into this.
Godzilla is poised to bring a new level of horror to audiences around the world. After plenty of support for more dramatic, tension-raising stories featuring Godzilla alone and the MonsterVerse overall, really, it seems those in charge—
Oh yeah, I also forgot. One of the actors for Monarch commercials, they said Monarch commercials season 2 is close enough of being like -1. Please be true, because oh my god, getting goosebumps right now. Like, look at this, goosebumps. So yeah, that was that. But yeah, like stuff like this, like last show, the Godzilla 2014 tale. I want more stuff like that in the future of the MonsterVerse. Also, I want teams to stop for now. Give us Godzilla fully, and make Gigan the villain. Let's see here. Yeah, give us Kong 2 and 3. Of him in the Hollow Earth. And then the one could be like Son of Kong. Well, Kong is passing the torch to Zuko. And then don't know what we go after though. Probably Godzilla 4, probably retire Godzilla versus Destroyer. But yeah, that's that.
of upcoming projects have been listening. But first, everyone, Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 is right around the corner, with the show's creators urging fans and viewers to expect more of a sense of scale, atmospheric tension, and of course—
Absolutely. I did watch season 1. I did rewatch it. I got Apple TV. Yeah, they have a bigger budget for season 2 than this season 1. But season 2 is about to it's about to be better than season 1. I'm just gonna say that.
more monsters of all shapes and sizes. Early reviews are telling us it's way better than Season 1, everyone, so let's get hyped. Apple TV and Legendary even teamed up to break a world record this last week. They threw together a pretty elaborate drone show featuring a big battle between Godzilla, Kong, and Titan X. And of course, since it's Titans we're talking about here, this was the tallest drone show of all time, like ever. Well, it wasn't really a big battle, but the end results were still impressive. 3,000 drones covering an area of 3 American football fields lifted off the ground and went into the air, 500 to 600 feet above the ground. That's roughly 100 to 200 feet taller than MonsterVerse Godzilla in his tallest form. So you can imagine just how epic in scale.
I mean, yeah, because Godzilla now in the MonsterVerse is about 425 feet. Yes, that's been confirmed. Evolved Godzilla, he is now 425 feet tall.
This entire drone show was. During this roughly 10-minute long show promoting Season 2 of Monarch, we got to see Kong face off against Titan X, Godzilla powering up and unleashing his atomic blast, which they even threw in fireworks here to help make this feel more authentic. I think they did pretty good. And of course, Titan X had a moment to make its roar heard from miles away. Literally, this show could have been witnessed from allegedly 3 miles away. So chances are, if you live in the LA area, that you got yourself one heck of a tease of what a Titan attack would sort of look like. If any of you watching this right now were at the show in person, tell us unlucky ones how cool or maybe how mid the show was. Whatever your opinion is, let us hear about it. So this
I live in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I don't know. I didn't get invited, so does that.
whole presentation was used to
But
market
I saw videos of it, and it looks fucking dope. It looks dope.
this series' second season, but ultimately, it's promoting the entirety of the Monsterverse, and that's pretty dang cool, I
Yeah.
think. This is something they definitely didn't do with Season 1, and all around, it just seems like the entire marketing campaign for Season 2 of Monarch is way more active this time around. There's almost too much happening right now, but I don't think that's a bad thing. So maybe Season
Yeah,
2...
the marketing for this season 2, the marketing, the promotion, like I said, it has a bigger budget than what season 1 had. But if the whole Netflix Warner Brothers still continues to go on, as right now they're in talks about Paramount again. But if the deal does not go through, if the deal goes through for Warner Brothers and Netflix, after Supernova, Legendary should take the into what was called rights from Warner Brothers and asked Ho, can Legendary get the say and have Apple TV make the a much of us continue the much of us, because obviously they care about this. Like, this is the craziest promotion. So they care about the much of us, and they listen to somewhat what the fans are saying Apple TV is. And Apple TV released the first film in theaters last year that made over $600 million. And people will say, oh, that was also a partner with Warner Brothers and all that. Still, a TV, get that, a streaming service company, by the way, partner up with Warner Brothers and you release a film that is mostly yours, because it was gonna go on Apple TV no matter what. But the fact that you had to team up with someone, and then that happened, made over $600 million. I believe right, made like $633 in worldwide. And if it could do that, then imagine how much money they can do with the much of us. More, probably more than what the new Empire made.
of Monarch is something they feel proud enough of to really go all in on with marketing. Guess we're gonna find out very soon.
That was great.
Experience.
Now we have
It will be out tomorrow. Don't know what time. It could be 3 a.m. It could be 9 a.m. But they have not reached time yet. So my theory is that it's going to drop between 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. like season 1. Because season 1, they drop it between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. And I think it was like the very last episode was like towards the end of the finale episode, and they released it like a day early. It was like at 8 p.m. So I don't know, but I'm going with 9 to 10 p.m. like how season 1 was.
plenty in store for you on season 2 of Monarch after the first episode airs, so make sure to stomp that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're ready for the goods when it drops. But right now, everyone, let's take a look at a Godzilla story you can expect this summer called The Horror of Godzilla. Thanks to an article from Bloody Disgusting, we were given an early preview on what is said to be the most complete horror story ever told featuring the King of the Monsters. claimed as a story that will be especially enjoyed by those who are big fans of Godzilla -1, Shin Godzilla, and the original Gojira. This Godzilla story is also said to be the scariest Godzilla comic ever made, and even in the running for the greatest Godzilla comic ever made in the eyes of its creators. Yeah, this is a comic Godzilla story, but don't go away, it's something I think you won't want to miss out on. Set in 19...
Most definitely. I'm sure somebody up on can give us an update on my comic on the High School Junior File Error Volume 1. Also right now, production is not started. I do have a job and all that, been working. I've been slowly here and there winding Volume 2, the High School Journey of Fire Arrow, which is titled The High School Journey of Fire Arrow and J Spider, where we 2 stories into 1 book, and it's gonna be like a big book. Like it's really Volume 2 is basically it's like saying how did the chemical Fire Arrow get his powers. Same with J Spider. But this comic is the Volume 2 is basically a how did they get the powers comic. That's basically what it's called. No, basically what the story is. But let's get back into this video. So what did you realize, guys?
1954, this will be the origin story for Kaisei-era Godzilla, the version of the G-Man that is being used for this seemingly never-ending line of Goji comic stories currently in production. You know, one of the really cool green Godzillas being shared around right now. This specific story, though, will be a terrifying look at Godzilla's first attack, placing readers on the ground and forcing them directly into this horrible event. And in line with how the original movie showcased the horror of atomic energy, this will show in detail the horrible aftermath to those who were exposed to Kaisei energy. Now, there's not much beyond that yet on the horror of Godzilla information-wise, but we were fortunate enough to receive 3 images from the comic. Let's take a more detailed look right now. In this image, we see Godzilla emerging from water in super epic fashion, the crashing waves, the storm around him.
And I did post about it. Links in the description for all social medias. It's between when I posted between movie news.
As he unleashes his atomic fury into the night sky. This is just one hell of a visual, and with the amazing artwork done by Tristan Jones, you can almost get the vibe like you were actually in this image, which goes back to what was stated that this comic intends to bring the reader into the scene. The next image is a continuation of Godzilla's emergence, and just take a moment to look at this center image here. For a black and white drawing, this is just flat out eerie. People really love the more creepy, awkward monsters these days, way more than the thunderous epic ones, at least from what I can see online. The way you guys all responded to our Iron Lung monster video being the perfect example of that, which, go watch.
Which, that's so, yeah, he does go watch it. Gotta get to that. I got to get to that. Let's watch it. I'm behind on
that video if you haven't already after this one. And you can really tell that the creators of the horror of Godzilla are aiming to do just as the title implies, capture the true horror of a Godzilla rampage.
Every time I want to like, get to react to something, you drop another video. So I was like, I gotta get this one before I get this one.
These images are teasing us of a dark, violent catastrophe, and I think the team working on this has nailed that vibe. You can already tell that the people way off in the distance have no idea what sort of hell is approaching them. And I have to say, look how cool it is to see Godzilla showcased in this form, appearing from the darkness like a demonic weapon sent forth to bring carnage on the world. I don't know if you guys see the same thing, but it's giving me hardcore Terminator vibes, like Godzilla has been sent on this mission and has no other goal other than to destroy his target.
Now that you said it, yeah. Now I'm getting those vibes. Now I am getting those vibes. I didn't even think about that. Wow.
I think it's just super cool. And in the final image, we get to see a taste of Godzilla's rage on humanity. Lightning strikes, rain pours down, and we see the helpless souls attempting to flee for their lives as Godzilla stares straight down at them. There's no disconnect between Godzilla and the humans. This isn't a startled animal simply destroying by accident. This Godzilla knows exactly what he's doing, hunting humans.
Oh yeah.
Put on your imagination hats now. Could you imagine a giant monster attacking, and it takes the time to stare directly at you? It's already horrible, but Godzilla making it personal by staring into your soul right before he ends you just adds that horror that the comics creators are talking about.
Oh yeah.
So now with the horror of Godzilla and Godzilla Minus Zero coming this year, it's clear Toho is all in on bringing these scarier Godzilla stories to life, while the Monsterverse hits the more general audience action blockbuster realm, giving fans way more variety than other franchises typically provide, and that's just prime. The Horror of Godzilla drops this July, and you can pre-order it right now if you want to make sure to not forget. Once again, big thanks to Bloody Disgusting for that article. So I'm all for more Godzilla horror stories, and I'm fairly certain
Which I got pre-order on probably on March. Yeah, probably like somewhere between the middle or the end of March. I will pre-order it.
a large portion of the Kaiju and Godzilla fanbase would agree with me from what I've seen. Personally, I think monster stories need that element of horror or fear, especially with kaiju-centered stories. It's the best armor against those who think this genre is nothing but goofy and childish. And I still think there's a perfect Godzilla story just waiting to be made, where horror and action all combine for one amazing experience. Maybe Minus Zero or Supernova will be just that.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you enjoyed this video and feel like I earned it, feel free to leave a like and share the video around. Season 2 of Monarch drops later this week, so stay tuned everyone. We got a lot in the works.
Alright, that's the end. So I used to wear this week. I don't know when he made this video, but it drops tomorrow. The 27th of February, this Friday, whatever, on Apple TV, only on Apple TV. If you don't have Apple TV, there is you can have Apple TV for free for 7 days, and then after 7 days you have to pay $13. So yeah, it's really not that much, to be honest. But anyways, make sure to subscribe button, and a like button, and I will pre-order this comic next month. That's a promise, no cap. Anyways, like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Links in the description down below for the original content, so you guys can show support as well. And I'll see you guys the next time. Peace.